morning, everybody. We like to be on time as best we can. So, good morning. It's 8:30, according to technology. The Redevelopment Agency meeting of July 17th, 2019 is called to order. This meeting has been properly noticed and posted in compliance with the open meeting law. These proceedings are being video recorded as well as presented live on KCLV Cable Channel 2 or closed caption for hearing impaired viewers. Please note Customer CenturyLink Cox Communication may view this program in high definition on channel 1002 and in standard definition on channel 2. You may also watch this meeting live on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire TV on the Go Vegas app. The Redevelopment Agency meeting, as well as all other KCLV programming, may be viewed on the internet at www.kclv.tv/live. The proceedings will be rebroadcast on KCLV Channel 2 and the web the Wednesday of the meeting, 8 p.m., Friday at 4 a.m., Saturday 7 p.m., Sunday at 7 a.m., and the following Monday at 5 p.m. This building is protected by state-of-the-art fire detection and suppression sprinkler systems. If alarms should activate during today's meeting, please evacuate using the exits at the back of the chamber. Go out to the mezzanine, proceed out the double doors to the terrace, go down the back staircase. For anyone who has difficulty with stairs, please check with one of our marshals or fire officials for assistance. Once outside, assemble on the northeast corner across the street from City Hall at Lewis and First. Employees wearing safety vests or our city marshals will inform you when it's safe to re-enter the building. For public comment related items on the agenda, citizen participation and public hearing items, we have available a speaker card which you may complete and submit to the city clerk. Cards are available online in the clerk's office at the rear of these chambers. If you do not submit a card, it does not prevent you from speaking under public comment, citizen participation, or specified public hearing items. If anyone is with us today who has need for hearing impaired equipment, please come up front to our city clerk staff. Please note if you parked in the parking garage across the street, a new flash parking self-validation machine is located in the foyer between council chambers and the security desk you walk through to enter these chambers. You must have your ticket with you to use the machine. If you do not have your ticket, seek security personnel when exiting for a validation coupon. We will move on to agenda item 3. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters on the agenda for action. The amount of time any single speaker is allowed may be limited. All comments made will be cross-referenced to those specific items, and if anyone submitted a speaker card or who wishes to speak under this portion of the agenda for the Redevelopment Agency meeting, please come to the podium and state your name for the record. We'll set the time at 1 minute, please. Hearing and seeing no one, we will move on to agenda item 4 for possible action to approve the final minutes by reference of the regular Redevelopment Agency meeting of June 19th, 2019. Mayor Pro Tem, is there a motion to approve those minutes, please?
Yes, Madam Mayor, I move to approve the minutes of the June 19th Redevelopment Agency meeting.
Thank you. There's a motion. Please vote and please post. Motion carries. Thank you very much. Move on to agenda 5 for possible action to approve the interlocal agreement for the lease of the 5th Street School between the City of Las Vegas City and the Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency, RDA, located 401 South 4th Street, consisting of 6,131 square feet for a term of 1 year, with an option to renew for 4 additional terms of 1 year each for a rental amount of $13,610.82 per month, and will increase annually by the Consumer Price Index not to exceed $208,480 RDA Special Revenue Fund. Redevelopment Area 3. That would be Councilwoman Diaz. Note this is related to Council Item 23. Good morning.
Good morning, Mayor, members of City Council. For the record, Bill Arntz, Director, Economic and Urban Development, and Councilman Creer, happy birthday to you. This item is part...
Wait, time out.
Yes, Mayor.
Never have an error. This man's going to be 50 tomorrow. So,
I'm still 49.
all right. So let him enjoy every moment, please. And happy birthday tomorrow. Okay, please. We have to do this now again twice because we have to do it at the regular meeting too. My God. Please, Mr. Arndt.
Thank you, Mayor. This item is part of our Fifth Street School campus, which is a wonderful property in downtown Las Vegas. The use of the property is somewhat evolving as we see a lot of new activity in downtown Las Vegas. As you know, the city of Las Vegas is leasing space at the ground floor of the Bank of America building across the street from the Fifth Street School for the purpose of running an innovation center. And the innovation center is exceeding our wildest expectations. It's full, we're running out of space, and so we're looking to use some of the space at Fifth Street School, not all, but initially some of the space to support all the efforts to complement what we're doing across the street at that space. So this is for that purpose. We are proposing to lease from the City of Las Vegas to the Redevelopment Agency office space comprising of 6,131 square feet. This is office space on the northern end of the building, the former classroom space where AIA and UNLV School of Architecture had been using this space. They've found other space, and so this transaction before you today is for a one-year lease with an additional 4-year renewal options, and then the lease would start on August 1st. The redevelopment agency would pay the city a market rate for use of the space, which equates to $2.22 per square foot monthly, plus a share for common area expenses and utilities. So it's really to enable some of the tenants that are having such success across the street, and we have new tenants, new businesses wanting to move into that space, but there's no space. This will allow us to use the space for smart city and our innovation center type businesses. They'll also have use of all the common area amenities like the auditorium and the common meeting rooms. And so it's really taking advantage of what is already working and trying to keep it going. So with that, we recommend approval.
Thank you very much, Mr. Arndt. Could you just share with us, did UNLV move to space within the city so we have that potential for students here?
We're having ongoing conversations with where they locate. Initially, they were looking to stay in downtown, but on North Las Vegas Boulevard. They've chosen not to do that, so I believe that specific function may move back to the main campus, but there's other functions of UNLV that want to be downtown, so having a continued presence from the university in downtown is really important to all of us at the city and for what we're doing with downtown redevelopment. So this specific program, my understanding, it's going back to the campus, but there are other programs that are talking about moving into downtown.
I do think that's very important. I'm sure this council, as of the previous council, really welcomes the presence of UNLV downtown in the city. So with that, any comments before I turn it over to, good morning, before I turn it over to Councilwoman Diaz? Anything from staff further? Okay, please.
Thank you, Mayor, and I'm excited that more of the innovation hub work and technology is coming to Las Vegas. I think it's an exciting adventure and opportunity for our city. So with that, I move to approve item number 5.
Thank you very much. There's a motion to approve agenda item number 5. Please vote and please post. And Councilwoman, yours isn't registering yet. There it goes. And post, thank you very much. Motion carries. We'll move on to another item, Mr. Arndt. Our agenda item 6, RA 6-2019, discussion for possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by the Office Tenant Incentive Program, OTIP, agreement between the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency and Parkway Center LLC located at 100 North City Parkway, suite number 1750, to be in compliance with and furtherance of the goals and objectives of the redevelopment plan and authorizing the execution of OTIP agreement by the RDA not to exceed $50,000 RDA Special Revenue Fund Redevelopment Area Ward 5 in Councilman Creer's Ward. Note this item is related to Council Item 49, R30-2019.
Thank you. Again, for the record, Bill Arntz, Director, Economic and Urban Development. With me today is Rich Worthington, President of the Mulaski Companies. This program is our office tenant improvement program, and it's a really important program right now where we're at with downtown Las Vegas, and I know that you'll hear about the program and its significance from Rich. This program is designed to help fill vacant office space downtown. And with any market, you see highs and lows and cycles, and we see a lot of companies that want to be downtown, but there's also new buildings going up and being built throughout Las Vegas outside of downtown. And downtown and its submarket competes against all those submarkets. So what this program does is it provides an incentive to a tenant business that's looking to move into vacant office space. There are a number of requirements as far as the size of the business and the investment that they're making. But this particular property should be familiar to all. It's the Mulaski Corporate Center. The building had some vacancy, and with this incentive, the building owner and our partner is able to combine two offices to house Department of Energy to move into that space and help fill up that vacancy. And unless we fill up vacant office spaces in downtown, we will never get new office buildings in downtown. So this is really critical. The incentive itself is being used to modernize the facility. So you see here the property before, 2 different office suites, various decor. It's gone through an iteration of a life cycle with tenants. There's some redundancy, and some of the meeting space was inadequate. And again, this is what the space will look like after. Complete demo of existing improvements, a new floor plan, modernized and new HVAC, plumbing, and electrical. It is a significant investment that our partner is making. There are interior improvements total approaching $1 million, over $928,000 being invested to make this space a nice space for this tenant. Here you see another view of what the space will look like, and it's really helping to upgrade all of our downtown office inventory to make it competitive and be a leading option for any company that wants to locate in downtown. And having employers in downtown is so important. You see here with upgraded lighting, the open office concept, which all the companies today are asking for. Again, here you see more of the interior, very inviting space, an open floor plan concept. The other impact of this project is jobs. 103 employees in downtown Las Vegas. Every job matters, every employee matters, and we need not only people living downtown, but we need that daytime office population to complement everything else that we're trying to accomplish downtown. So that concludes my presentation. I want to again introduce and invite Rich to speak on behalf of the owner, why this is so important, and timing of when this will get going. Rich?
Thank you, Bill. I appreciate that. Good morning, Mayor, members of the council. My name is Richard Worthington. I'm with the Mulaski Group of Companies, 100 North City Parkway, Suite 1700, downtown Las Vegas. Thank you for the opportunity to appear before you this morning and to seek this grant money from the RDA. You know, we've paid a significant amount of property taxes into the RDA over the years. I think our first property tax bill was $1 million the first year our building opened. Unfortunately, time flies when you're having fun. This building's 11 and a half, going on 12 years old, and it needs some work and some renovation and some updating. We've had a significant amount of vacancy in the building for a while, and just so you're aware, the vacancy in the downtown Class A market is almost startling. You know, Bank of America is facing 38% vacancy. Starbucks has left. The 411 East Bonneville is almost 32% vacant. 302 Carson is nearly 30% vacant. City Center is nearly 20% vacant. Our IRS building is 11.5% vacant. And there are other examples of that. Mulaski Corporate Center was 27% vacant. And this is before this deal was struck. This is one of the most expensive office buildings ever built in the city of Las Vegas, anywhere in Las Vegas. And we spend something like $450 a foot because Goodman 1.0, your husband Oscar, I call you Goodman 2.0,
Okay.
improved version, wanted the Manhattanization and the high density in Symphony Park area. So we built a very intense building, podium design, that's the most expensive. And so we have a large mortgage to pay that was cast, 11 years ago. The perm loan was. And so every little bit helps. This space that's subject to this grant and improvement has been vacant for 18 months. We have space in the IRS building that's been vacant 2 years. And as Bill pointed out, bodies equal purchasing power, and purchasing power equals demand for services, housing, restaurants, printing services, legal services, and so on and so forth. The application says 103 employees. I believe it's going to be closer to like 115 because there's some consulting people that aren't actual employees of the tenant but will be working in the space. And this is all going to help the retailers that we've been subsidizing for years. The coffee shop, the bank, the Jason's Deli, the gym, and other services, the printing shop in there that have been, struggling for a long time. So we appreciate it. We applaud the city's efforts to do this program because sometimes the smallest of incentives can tip the scales in your favor and we can land more tenants. We've articulated a number of LOIs, letters of interest, to various tenants. We've lost them all to Summerlin. And that's pretty startling. Tower 1 in downtown Summerlin and Tower 2 has taken about 8 possible tenants that we could have landed. And by the way, most of those, I think more than half of those tenants were in the downtown area. We were trying to keep them here and they left to go to the county. With the high construction costs of structured parking in this downtown area, it's hard to compete with surface parking in the suburbs. So again, just a little economic lesson that, we appreciate this. We applaud the city's efforts. We applaud staff's efforts for coming up with this program. We hope more people take advantage of it because that means more bodies in office buildings and frequenting our businesses and supporting, local small businesses in various ways. So I remain available for any questions you might have, and again, I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Worthington. I must add that since NDOT has almost completed 100% of the work at the Spaghetti Bowl, that certainly was affecting a lot of the business principals saying, to sit in traffic all this time because the road closures and everything, and now the accessibility from the east, the west, the north, and the south. It's the only place that all roads come together, and I'm sure you as a businessman and entrepreneur with Mr. Mulaski know the crunch and the 215 and what's happening, which is spread out here. Everything is so easily condensed. We're doing what we can with free transportation, moving people around, but as all these apartments and retail spaces are on the cusp right now, along with the convention center, I really think everything goes like this. They're cycles. We're just in one, and I 100% believe and endorse everything we can do to advertise how it is the best place to be is in the heart of the city, the bedroom of the city, according to Myron Martin, or the living room, whatever you choose. But we're thrilled to death on this. What you failed to mention, though, is that the Mulaski building is LEED certified, correct?
Yes, LEED Gold certified, that's correct.
The first, before anything else was certified. So the leadership there, and Mr. Mulaski and you and all those on your team, congratulations. It's very exciting for us, and I think this is a tremendous move, and I don't think we're going to need it very long, because as the astute businessman sees, and you look at all the apartments that are being built, thousands of them in the Henderson Loop area along the 215, that creates other problems. And here, access is the most important thing, that you've got to be able to get to work and not be like in Los Angeles, although I love LA. So any comments beyond my boring diatribe here? Councilman Knutson.
Thank you for the presentation.
Are you Councilman Knutson or Knutson?
You've known me for 8 years. It's
I
Knutson.
never asked the question.
It's Knutson for everyone.
Okay, thank you.
Knutson, 8 years, Mayor. Come on. Come on. So Mr. Worthington, Mr. Arndt, I appreciate the presentation. As you both know, I set up a meeting with some of the developers in the community to talk about what my role is in supporting development, and especially in some of this infill. And so that would be my continued request, is help me to better understand what my role is, being new to an elected office, in kind of helping meet some of the demands of the downtown community, but also in Ward 1. And I appreciate, Mr. Worthington, you being part of that and continuing to have that dialogue with me. So thank you.
Well, I appreciate the leadership of calling that meeting before you were even sworn in. You really hit the ground running, and I hope that's a good sign of things to come in your ward and for the city.
Wonderful. We appreciate it. Any other council before I turn it over to Councilman
Can I make
Creer?
one more comment?
Please.
To Councilman Creer, it's really just the second anniversary of your 25th birthday.
Yeah, absolutely right.
That's the way you need to look
No
at it.
doubt about it. We're moving, man. I got a long way to go.
Second anniversary of the 25th birthday.
Well, from this
Start taking my
vantage
Geritol
point,
today.
I think it's revolting. I'd like to go back to 50. Okay, happy birthday, boy.
Thank you. So I just want to thank Rich Worthington, Mr. Mulaski Companies for all the work that you're doing in our downtown corridor. We need all the help we can get, and I think this is a great sign of what is to come for even more, including the other office complexes that you mentioned. I do agree with the mayor that I think we are on the rise, and so we need to do everything we can to assist you and to help you grow and help our community grow. So without any further conversation, I can make a motion for approval of item number 6.
Thank you.
Okay, so there is a motion on agenda item 6 to approve. Please vote, and yours too. Oh, you did yours. Motion carries. Thank you. Our
Thank
best
you.
to Mr. Mulaski, as always. Okay, agenda item 7, RA 72019, discussion for possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by the Commercial Visual Improvement Program, CVIP, agreement between the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency, RDA, and 101500 LLC at 1118 East Bonneville to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the redevelopment plan, and authorizing the execution of the CVIP agreement by the RDA not to exceed $25,000 RDA Special Fund, Redevelopment Area, Ward 3, Councilwoman Diaz, and this item is related to Council Item 50, R31-2019. Are we having a good time, Mr. Arndt? Good.
Thank you, Mayor. Bill Arntz, Director of Economic and Urban Development. With me is Ryan, representing the owner, and this property is eligible for a program that has been very popular for all of our downtown property owners, and it really goes a long way to making sure that downtown looks beautiful and we have beautiful buildings and beautiful businesses inside those buildings. This is a property on East Bonneville. You see here the property here at the intersection of Bonneville and Maryland Parkway. The property has commonly been known as Mahoney's Drum Shop. So we not only help office buildings, but we help drum shops or buildings that house drum shops. This is a common issue with buildings in downtown Las Vegas. We have some of the older commercial building inventory in the Las Vegas Valley. How do we repurpose those buildings and get them back to life? The property is vacant and boarded up. It's in need of major repairs and updating. So you see here the proposed improvements, new facade, paint scheme, new lighting, new windows and storefronts, an update of the architecture. Total cost of the upgrades, almost $58,000. The repairs include replacing windows, storefront glass, new brick face, replacing and enhancing lighting, signage, ADA compliance upgrades. So significant improvement to a property that is on 2 significant commercial corridors in Bonneville and Maryland Parkway in downtown. So we're very appreciative of our partner and the property owner. And so with that, I'd like to let Ryan introduce himself and the company and what they're doing there, the timing, and what this grant means for getting the property beautified and really contributing to downtown. Ryan?
Thank you.
Good morning, Mayor, City Council. My name is Ryan Wilkerson, Dapper Companies, Dapper Development, 985 White Drive, Las Vegas, Nevada. So I'd like to first say thanks for taking this project up. This is our second time around with projects in this corridor. We've taken a big stakehold in the Maryland and Charleston intersection. We did a building a while back, which we got a MUDA award for 630 South 11th Street. We have the Huntridge Shopping Center across the street, which we got another MUDA award for the signage out on the street there. So this is the next phase of that, I guess, development in that corner is the Mahoney's Drum Shop. It's a project we've had in the pipeline for a long time, and now we're finally taking advantage, and with the help of this grant, getting it up and running and ready for tenants to move in.
The drum shop has been there forever and ever and ever.
Yes.
Is it going to remain there? Or is it closed out?
The drum shop is not coming back. We're just recognizing it by naming the building. We're going to put signage on the building that'll say
Nice.
Mahoney's. So we've been in contact with the owners, the namesake's son, a couple years ago and discussed it with him, went through some of the history and stuff.
And I think I've asked you before, are you any relationship to Mark Wilkinson?
I am not. You did ask me that.
Fine, I do. I do it every time, but I forget. I'm
It's
getting
okay.
older, you know. Thank you. Very exciting for us all. And any comments? Okay, Councilman Creer, you're so lucky. So much is going on in
No, I
Ward
think,
5.
no, actually, this is right down the street. This is in Ward 3. Actually, but I do want to make a comment.
It absolutely is.
It is. I do want to make a comment that, this building was originally, before it was Mahoney's, was the drum shop back in the day, for those of you guys who
You
haven't
missed
been there
everything
long.
I just asked about it, because my children got their drums to
Yes.
play at Hyde Park and
Absolutely
Clark
right.
High at that drum shop.
And I bought a trumpet there. Well, it's my dad bought a trumpet for me. And when I played in a band in
We
middle school
rented.
at Hyde Park. You rented? Yeah.
We rented.
Yeah, I was big time. So, beautiful.
Yes. I love the building.
So it gave him another chance. Let's go
I
back to
apologize.
where
Happy
it
birthday,
belongs.
by the way.
Thank you.
Councilwoman, please.
Thank you, Mayor. I wanted to ask, what do we foresee is going to be the new line of business that's coming into this upgraded and improved building?
So we've entertained a food and beverage. We have a use that we've, like I said, this project's been in the pipeline for a long time. We've been working on a design with a downtown, I guess, stakeholder and restaurateur that is going to take a large portion of the building, but the building's 11,000 square feet, and they're taking about 40% of that. So the rest, we don't have a specific use for, so we're shopping still and looking for different uses. We've had, just to name one use, is like a photography post-editing studio. So it's kind of creative, fits the downtown thing, and so we're talking to them right now.
That's great to know. As we hear about maybe folks who are looking for a new home, we might want to recommend Ward 3 as an option.
Yeah.
I'm really excited because I think for those of us who grew up in Las Vegas and have deep roots in this community, remember that Mahoney Drum Store, and as teens, how I heard along the campaign trail how many people used to stroll from the drum shop to Circle Park or Huntridge Theater. So I think this is awesome that we're being able to preserve the building much like what it used to look like, but in a new and improved, classy way. So without belaboring this much, I'd like to move to approve agenda item number 7.
Thank you very much. There's a motion to approve agenda item number 7. Please vote and please post. Stavros. Yours. And the motion carries. Thank you very
All
much.
right, thank you.
Thanks. Okay, agenda item 8. This is our second citizen participation. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters within the jurisdiction of the redevelopment agency. No subject may be acted upon by the redevelopment agency unless that subject is on the agenda and scheduled for action. If you wish to be heard, please come to the podium, give your name for the record. The amount of discussion, any single subject, as well as the amount of time any single speaker is allowed will be limited. Is there anyone wishing to speak under this portion of the agenda? Okay, so hearing and seeing none, this redevelopment agency is adjourned, and it is 9, but we have to change technology. So we give 5 minutes, and we will be starting at 9:05 or 6. Thank you.